Well, Islamabad United winning the toss and they've decided to bowl first. This is what we've got in terms of teams. Starting off from Lahore Qalandars, Fakhar Zaman is playing. I mean, there was confusion around whether he would be fit enough to be playing Corky, but he's playing today.
Absolutely, so that's brilliant. And I also want you to keep out from Naeem. I mentioned him in a pre-show. He's a big, tall right-hander. The Qalandars have invested a lot of time in this young man. 5 years he's been part of them, but when you look at that side, it's very heavily bowling. So Fakhar Zaman, as the senior batter, has to now start producing and getting big runs.
And Daryl Mitchell as well. Daryl Mitchell obviously bringing in a lot of strength.
Was their platinum pick, and I think the reason why is because he bats, he bowls, he's a good fielder as well, but ultimately it'll be down to him and Fakhar Zaman to get the runs on the board.
Alright, Islamabad United, there you go, you've got Shadab Khan. He likes to be a bit of a floater. Ramiz, what do you make of this side overall?
It's an interesting pick because the bowling looks a lot stable compared to the batting options, but you've got the middle order looking very good. Azam Khan, we know, is a tremendous striker. Shadab himself will be the real deal in this setup, and Salman Ali Agha has progressed so well as an ODI white ball cricketer. So overall, they look in very good shape. They play as a team and they deliver as a team.
I think Rami's got it spot on. They just look a balanced side. And I think when you look at that and you look at the difference between the Qalandars and Islamabad United, they look balanced. And as a coach, you want to try and fill every little gap there is to actually go on and win the competition. Because it's not about this first game, it's who's in that final on May the 18th. And they've got them now, get that momentum going and produce what they did last year.
Well, I'll tell you what, Lahore hasn't had the best of years right at the start, but then they sort of picked up. But they've done really well against one team, and that's Islamabad United. Their head-to-head graphic tells you a story. All right, we're talking about the domination of Lahore over Islamabad. And overall, Islamabad might have won 10, but in the last 10 matches, we're talking about the recent form. Lahore has had domination over Islamabad United. They've won 7 games against the 3 that Islamabad have won.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether they'll allow them to win here. This is their territory. Islamabad United are the hosts. So they've got to make use of the home advantage and make it count, because then it becomes a little difficult when they travel to Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore, because then they'll make it very tough, the Qalandars. But, you know, Islamabad and Lahore Qalandars, former champions, and this should be a cracker of a game.
It should be an absolute cracker of a game. Islamabad United winning the toss, and they have decided to bowl first. We'll take a short break. When we are back, lots more to come, so don't go anywhere. All right, that was just head-to-head, a reminder of how things went. The crowd has built up really nicely for this opening ceremony and the match itself as well. So plenty to look forward to, electrifying atmosphere here. We'll take a short break and be back just in a bit. Back on pitch side, and Islamabad United have won the toss, in case you guys have just tuned in, and they have decided to bowl first. Traditionally, Rawalpindi is a flat pitch. That's what we've seen, lots of runs. Let's find out how it's going to fare today. It's over to them for the pitch report.
It's the first game of the HBLPSL 10th edition, and it's Islamabad United taking on Lahore Qalandars, and the conditions from a weather perspective, it's perfect. It's nice and cool, 25 degrees. As the sun goes down, no doubt it will get a little bit cooler. In terms of dimensions, well, we're smack bang kind of in the middle, 65 metres equally around the pitch. So that is going to be perfect from a batting and bowling point of view. Now, to talk about the 22 yards, I'm going to bring in JP Dumini. There's not a lot of grass on this pitch, is there?
Yeah, generally when you think of the defending champions' home ground, you don't think that there's going to be a lot of grass on it. But you know what's interesting about this venue, when you think about the last 5 years, this classifies as one of the highest run-scoring venues across the globe. in T20 cricket. So we're certainly in for a run fest. So when we have a look at the surface, as you said, there's not a lot of grass in it, a little bit of cracks in the surface, but I don't think that's going to play too big of a part in this match. I think what we're in for is really a battle of the bowling attacks. And what I like to think about it as well is the batting or bowling defense. So when you think about these two teams, which bowling attack can come out on top is probably going to determine the result at the end of the day. But a high scoring run fest is what we're in for.
Well, average score batting first is 187, so hold on to your hats.
Right, it's going to be a test for the bowling indeed. It's actually time for the experts to give their predictions. All right, who's winning then?
So I'm from Lahore, but I feel that United are going to seal the deal.
I'm in Islamabad. I'm going Lahore.
All right, Islamabad the North, there you heard it. That was the expert predictions for you. All right, building up nicely. The atmosphere is electric, and we're now going to be ready for all the live action for you after this short break. So don't go anywhere. Keep watching HBLPSL Season 10.